Hello everyone, and welcome back to another session of Dark Souls PvP and another weapon showcase. This time I am using the Iaito. Now this katana, you find it in Blighttown really early on. You gotta make that jump, and that really is kind of difficult at times, but when you do, you get this sword. This sword has a really cool moveset. I really like this weapon's moveset. I like a lot of things about this weapon, but I still don't like the weapon itself for some reason. I don't know what it is. It doesn't do it for me, so I don't know. So I'm gonna try not to be very biased against it, because really it's a great weapon. It's got a lot of really good pros, and that's why it's a popular weapon. It's just something about it I can't place my finger on it. I just don't care for the sword. I don't know why. So anyway, moving on. Some basic info on the weapon. It has a weight of 5 units, requires 14 strength and 20 dexterity. At plus 15 it has an A scaling in dexterity, no strength scaling, like most of the other katanas. I'm not sure about the Chaos Blade. I know the Washing Pole does not have that. I believe it's got an E scaling in strength or something like that. Anyway, moving on from there. It has standard bleed, so it does 33 per hit and deals a third of their total health when bled out. And that's pretty much all about the weapon, all about the basic stuff. Now, I wanted to actually say, and thank you to my friend Skies right here, and give a shout out to him and his channel. He sort of fell off the radar for a little while. I don't know exactly what happened with that, but he sort of disappeared for a little while, but now he's back, and I'm assuming he's uploading again. I don't know why he wouldn't be. So definitely, if you want to check out his channel, I would highly suggest that, because he's a really cool guy, and decent player, and blah blah blah, has some good videos. So, that's that. Definitely check out his stuff if you want. Moving on from here. The biggest pro of this sword, I would have to say, would be the moveset. Now, it's got a very versatile moveset as far as its attacks and the timings of them are concerned. Now, most people, when they're using a katana, they don't really do anything other than the running attacks and the R1 spam. That's really all they do for the most part. But this katana has a really cool moveset. It's R2s. I mean, just look at that. That's so cool. I don't know why I don't like this weapon. It's just, for some reason, I don't like it. It's got such a cool moveset, though. I don't know why. And I don't know, I'm just weird, I guess. Anyway. So, with its moveset, its attacks, its R2s, they both have different timings. The one-handed and two-handed R2s, than each other, and the R1s. You've got your running attacks. All in all, you've got a lot of different attacks with different timings, and that's a good thing that you want in a moveset. Now, my biggest complaint about the weapon, I'll get to that later, but it's also related to the moveset actually, so I'll get to that in a minute or two. So yeah, but the biggest pro, definitely the varied timings in the moveset. Biggest I can't talk. Biggest pro, varied timings in the moveset. Other pros, that's the word I'm looking for. Other. That's the word. Other pros would be the fact that, in general, its attacks are very fast, and you really can't complain about that. That's one of the reasons why this weapon is so popular. Fast attacks, good damage output, bleed, the ability to be buffed, and a good moveset. Those are the pros of the weapon. Now, the cons, I would have to say the biggest con, which is related to the moveset, is the fact that this weapon does all slashing attacks except for its running attack. Now, the reason that's a con, take this guy for example. On him, I'm hitting right around 120 with a one-handed R1. That's not an ideal situation. And I think right there he was in an instability frame too when I got him. So that's really, really low damage. And the reason being, he has high slash defense. Oh no, I guess he wasn't in an instability frame, just doing 119 normally. Alright then. So yeah, people with really high slash defense, they don't have a problem fighting against weapons like this. Now, the other katanas, and the reason why I'm saying that this is a con, the Uchi katana has its R2s. It's one-handed R2. That's not a slashing attack. That's a stab similar to the longsword that works with the Leo ring. That's a good alternative for people who have high slash defense. With this, really, I guess the biggest con, in my opinion, is you're stuck using slashing attacks. Which, you know, against people who are wearing lighter armor, that's not a bad thing. But when you're fighting against a tank, then you're going to be in a little bit more trouble. So, I'm going to say that that's the biggest con. Other cons, I mean, really, there aren't that many cons. It's a very good weapon, and that's why it's one of the more popular weapons in the game. So there's really not a lot of bad things that I can say about this thing. It does do less damage than the Uchi-Katana for me. It also does less than the Chaos Blade, so I guess if you're on a dexterity build, this would be the lowest damage dealing katana, now that I'm thinking about it. Which is interesting to say the least. It's got the coolest moveset in my opinion, and it's definitely got a more viable moveset than the Chaos Blade. But anyway, this is the last fight. I hope you guys enjoyed the video and found it helpful in one way or another. And yeah, anyway, hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.